Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to do exercise 12.4. In this exercise, we should know how to measure an angle using a protractor. We use a protractor to measure the angles, but how we use this protractor? So let us do this. First thing, always you should keep in your mind whenever you are using this protractor. If the angle opens to the right side, use the inner scale. Like in this protractor, we have two kinds of scale. One is the inner scale, this one, and this is the outer scale. So which type of scale you will be using? If the angle opens to the right side, then use the inner scale. If it opens to the left side, means the angle is here, opens on the left side, then you will use the outer scale. And another thing is, one complete revolution is 360 degree. We know this thing. So it means, if I talk about a clock, in a clock 12 parts is equal to 360 degree. So one part, apply unitary method, one part is equal to 360 by 12, 30 degree. So it means the measure of 5 minutes is making an angle of 30 degree in a clock. Next, let us start the exercise 12.4. Question number 1. How many degrees are there in one revolution? It is 360 degree. We have done it already. Half of the revolution is 180 degree. 1/4 of a revolution. So 1/4 means 1/4. This we have done. It consists of a right angle which is 90 degree. 3/4 of a revolution means 90, 90, 90. So it will be 270 degree. One right angle is 90 degree. And two right angles means 90 plus 90, it is equal to 180 degree. One straight angle. So straight angle is having the measure of 180 degree. Next, classify the following as acute, obtuse and reflex angles. Some angles are given to you in the question and you have to check whether they are acute, obtuse or reflex. 120 degree, it is obtuse. 40 degree, acute. 190 degree, greater than 180, so it is reflex angle. 225 degree, it is greater than 180 but less than 360, so it is reflex. 75 degree, less than 90 degree, so it is acute angle. 210 degree, again it's a reflex angle. 55 degree, acute angle. 145 degree, now 145 degree is greater than 90 degree but less than 180, so it is obtuse angle. 135 degree, again obtuse angle. Question number 3, find the measure of the angle between the hands of a clock in the following figures. In the A part, both the hands are overlapping, so it's a 0 angle. B part, as we have just discussed, 5 minutes is equal to 30 degree. Otherwise, you can measure it with the help of a protractor also. How? You will keep this center point of this protractor. This is the center point. You will keep this center point where the vertex of the angle is. Vertex is here, so keep it here. And this line, this is called baseline. It should coincide with one of the arms of the angle, like this. And the other arm, you will check where it is going. So it is at 40 degree. We are using the inner scale because it is opening on the this side, so it is at the 40 degree. C part, again this is the center point, keep it on the vertex, and one arm here. So one arm should be on the baseline, so we have to tilt this protractor so that one arm should be on the baseline like here, and where the other arm is, it is going here. So what type of angle? Firstly, you should know this is an obtuse angle. Now what is the measure of this angle? If I measure it precisely, the measure of this angle is 145 degree. As it is opening outward, so I am using the outer scale. Similarly, in the D part, clearly it is 90 degree. In the E part, it is 180 degree. In the F part, let us check what is the measure in the F part. Again, keep the vertex here. One arm on the base. So my base is here. If you are not able to measure it with this, see, till 6 o'clock it is 180 degree. So after 180, let us measure. Now keeping the vertex here only and the baseline on one of the arms. So from 6 I am measuring. After 6, use the inner scale. So it is equal to, sorry, so it is equal to 60 degree. See, my baseline is here and 6 is coming at 60 degree. So this was 180 till 60, and after this 60, 180 plus 60. So it will be 240 degree. Next, in the G part, again keep the vertex here and the baseline on one of the arms. So if I am keeping this baseline here, then let us measure. Clearly it is an acute angle, so we will be using the outer scale because it is opening like this. Now see, this is the second arm, so it is coming at 55 degree. Next is fourth question in the following figures. First estimate and then find the correct measure of the angles using protractor. Classify them as acute, obtuse, right and straight. Now first part, again keeping my vertex point here and baseline as one of the arms. Now let us see, clearly it is obtuse angle greater than 90 degree. So where it is opening, see, this is the second arm, it is going at 110 degree. So it is 110 degree obtuse angle. Second part, again keep the vertex here and one arm on the baseline like this. So it is, see, the second arm is going at 30 degree acute angle. Third part is clearly 90 degree, which is a right angle. Fourth part is, keep the vertex again here and one on the base arm. So it is going at 60 degree, which is acute angle. In the fifth, see, J angle is of measure 50 degree. I angle, again keep the vertex here, one arm. We have to turn the protractor like this. So my angle I is coming is 100 degree, which is obtuse. Now angle H, again keep the vertex here, one arm on the baseline, and my H angle is of measure, see, 10 and one line more. So it is 11 degree, which is acute angle. And sixth part is clearly a straight angle of measure 180 degree. Fifth question, which one is greater? Clearly angle 1 is greater than angle 2, but let us check once again. See, angle 2 is of measure 40 degree and angle 1 is of measure greater than 40. It is approximately 52. So 1 is greater than 2. In the B part, again keep vertex here and one arm on the baseline. So my angle 3 is coming less than 40. It is approximately 35 degree and angle 4 is 40 degree. So 4 is greater than 3. In the C part, my angle 5 is 120 degree and angle 6 is 110 degree. So 6 is less than 5. Sixth question, find the unknown angle in the following figures. So in the sixth question A part, as we know it is a straight line. So on the straight line all the angles add to 180 degree. So it is making a semicircle. So 40 plus x, when I will add them, their sum will be 180 degree. So x will be, shift this 40 to the other side, it is positive on this side, so it will be negative on the other side. 180 minus 40, 140 degree. B part, again x plus 60 is 180, so x will be 180 minus 60, which is 120 degree. Question number 7th. Now this is a right angle as you can see, it's a right angle. So the sum of a plus 20 is 90 degree. So a will be 90 minus 20, which is 70 degree. Question number 10th, you have to find x and y in this case. In question number 10th, so here in a part, let us measure my angle y. First keep this vertex here and baseline here. So angle y is coming to be approximately, now this is obtuse angle, so I am using the outer scale, it is 160 degree. So my angle y is 160 degree. And what is the measure of angle x? Now it's a complete revolution. So to calculate angle x, you can subtract y from 360 to get x. It will be 360 minus 160, 200. B part, again you have to find x and y. Keep the vertex here and one arm on the baseline. We have to rotate the protector in this case. So what my angle is coming, it is acute angle which is of measure 70 degree. And what is angle y? Again you can measure it keeping the baseline here, vertex point here. So my angle is coming 110 degree. So y is 110. In the C part, again vertex point here, baseline here. So x is coming, see x angle is coming so my angle x, it is 70 degree and angle y 78 degree and angle y is again vertex here and baseline here. My angle y is coming 40 degree. So x is 78 degree and y is 40 degree. Now question number 6th C and D part, question number 7th B part and question number 9th are your home assignments for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.